It's July 22nd, 2010, and this is No Apologies. Today's issue is equality. Well, that's a big word, isn't it? Well, equality. What does equality mean? It means an equal chance for everyone. Sounds pretty great, right? Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty good. Problem is, in America, we're still struggling with that. We're still struggling with the idea of equality. What's equality mean? Equality of opportunity? Yeah. Equality of circumstance? What about the extreme? What about equality of life? Well, that's harder to do. What about equality of finances? Well, there's an argument to be made that you earn your lot in life, and not everyone can make equal amount of money for whatever they do, because that's called communism, which, say what you will, people, that doesn't work. Every communist society rules by force and power and violence, but they don't work the way Marx wrote it. So pure communism has not worked because it hasn't been done, and honestly, you'd have to question whether it does work. But that's a different story. What does equality mean? Equality means everyone gets a chance. Everyone is treated equally. We have something about that. Equal protection under the law. It's written. The United States Constitution was based on the rights of man, which was written during the French Revolution, which is an amazing document, a revolutionary document in history. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were based on that, the equality, equal. And whether you believe in God or not, that's the issue. The issue is the line that says, all men are created equal. Equal. Now, years ago, the equality issue was those who owned land and those who didn't. Well, for the large part, we dealt with that. It used to be only landowners. Only large landowners could vote. Well, got rid of that. And then it became about slaves. If you weren't white, you were, in America, most likely slave. There were free people, but be honest. And then the issue became about, what about equality for women? And we got equality for women, for the most part. Women were allowed to vote. Women were allowed to own property and things of this sort. And now, and we've dealt with all this. We've even dealt with the civil rights in the 60s, and now we're dealing with equality about sexual orientation. That's the big problem now. That's the issue. And I just can't wrap my mind around it. It's just like every other civil issue, other civil rights issue that's ever come up, and we're in the middle of it in 2010. People cannot sit back. People cannot handle two men or two women loving each other. Whether or not you do it or not. I'm a straight man. Proud of it. But I'm not going to look at anyone, and anyone, I mean anyone, male, female, or whatever, and tell them they are not allowed to love. I have someone in my life that I really do love. She's an amazing person. And I know that I feel this, so I think it's insane for me to look at anyone, no matter who they love, and say, well, look, I know you love another consenting adult, and, you feel those way, but I don't know if you should get the same rights as I do. I think that's insane, and I think it's crazy that in 2010 we still feel that way. That's crazy to me. And I'm not apologizing for this. I don't apologize for feeling this way. You're either about equality or you're not. There is one or the other. A or B, one or two. There isn't a middle ground here. Either you're for equality and you believe everyone's equal, then they're equal, and you believe they're equal, or you don't, and you believe that certain people should be set over here. Oh, over here. Oh, right, right, or maybe there. Maybe there. Right? No, behind you. They should be set there. Maybe they should be set there, or there. Or maybe there, perhaps. I don't know. Wherever they end up, it's a separation. You think they should be put here or there. And if that's what you believe, be honest about it. I'm not going to agree with it, and some people aren't, and some people are, but be honest. Don't say you're about equality and say, I believe that an African American should be able to vote and own property and sit where they want to and work where they want to, and then turn around and look at a homosexual and say, but you can't get married. What? That's an option? I'm sorry. I don't see... You can't be partially for equality. This isn't an optional thing. This isn't... You can't opt out of A, B, and C and say D's okay. You're either for equality, we're all equal, we all have an equal opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Equal opportunity. I'm not arguing the other equalities. I'm not arguing equal opportunity. You can get married. I can get married. And some right now, I know there's somebody right now watching who's gay or bisexual or whatever. And if they're watching right now, I want you to be able to get married. I do. If you want to, if you truly want to, go at it. I want you to. I really think that'd be a great thing. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell anyone they can't do what I can do. You know, this is very simple. If anyone can have a kid, anyone can get married. I mean, not to get too far into it, but look at some of the parents we have. I mean, you've all been to a store and saw some parent with some kid you just want to... I'm not going to get into that, but you know what I mean. They can have a kid, they can get married, but you're going to say to anyone else that doesn't fit the little box that they can't get married. They can't have children. They can't even adopt children. Really? I mean, that's an option? I'm sorry. If you're going to be about equality, be about equality. If you're against equality, be honest about it. Say, I don't want X, whatever X represents in that little equation. I don't want X doing this. And be honest about it. Say, I don't want them to be equal to me. Period. That's it. If you're going to believe that, you're going to think that for whatever reason, be honest about it. Be honest. You can't be partially into equality. So if you think that other races are fine and they should get the same opportunity, but then you look at a homosexual and say, but you can't do this, then you're not about equality. That's it. This is a A or B situation. You pick A, you pick B. You can't pick part of B and maybe a little bit of A. You can't do it. A or B. You're for equality or you're not. Your pick. Make it and be honest about it. Make it in the comments. Make it in real life. Make a video responding or whatever you want to do. Do it. Pick. You're for equality or you're not. There's no middle ground. There's no yeah buts. It's one or the other. I am for equality. And I don't apologize for that. It's my first video. Hoping to put some more up. Get a little blog going here and hopefully get some viewers. And if not, well, then talk to myself, which is always fun. Now, if I start answering myself, then we have a problem. But until then, I'm Dan Fraley, and I make no apologies.